So we're here together to be able to join in gratitude to HaKadosh Baruch Hu for the nisim that he has done for us, he performed for us in, the past week or so. We are really so lucky to be able to join together here and be able to be in gratitude. There's so many nisim, there's so many things that happen on a daily basis. If we just think about it, you think about it, really, HaKadosh Baruch Hu performs nisim for us every single day. Every day, HaKadosh Baruch Hu does nisim for us. We wake up in the morning, we open our eyes, we have our whole entire body functioning. We have to say thank you. Thank you to HaKadosh Baruch Hu for the nisim that he has done for us. And it's not simple. It's really not simple that we are here and that we have an neshama and that we're able to be in, to be able to function, every body function. We go to the bathroom, we say, Asher yatzar et ha'adam b'chokhmah, Hashem created man with a tremendous ability to be able to function on his own. And if we just reflect even upon our bodily functions, that we're able to function every single day, even that is a ness, that it happens. Everything that's open opens, and everything that's closed closes, and when it's supposed to, it's not pashut that everything should function normally, but we think it is, and we take it for granted. And what we have to do is really, really, every time we say Asher Yatzar, every time we wake up in the morning, we say Modani, we say the Birkot HaShachar, to talk about all our bodily functions. We have to reflect upon that and really think, wow, thank you, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, for allowing my body to function. It's really a ness, it's really a miracle. And we have to be so grateful. All the more so, we go through every day, that the nisim that Hashem performs for us every single day. There are so many nisim that Hashem does for us every day. And we say, Modim anachnu lach, we bow our head and we are machnia, we are humbling ourselves, and we really should try to think every day of a few nisim. I actually have a Thank You Hashem group. Some of the ladies here are part of it. It's really a group where we inspire each other to be able to thank Hashem for even the little things in our daily life. We are, the ladies just write notes of gratitude of things that, that happen to me on a daily basis. Thank you Hashem, I lost my keys, and Baruch Hashem, I was able to find them after I said thank you Hashem. I was inspired a few years ago by a book called by Rabbi Rusher's book. What's it called? Say Thank You. Let me just look at the name. And see miracles, right? That every day we have miracles that HaKadosh Baruch Hu performs for us. And we really just have to look at, our lenses have to be a little bit different. Say Thank You and See Miracles. Yeah, that's what it's called. And Amalti Toda Venoshati, it's in Hebrew. If you haven't gotten that book, it's an incredible book, and it goes through stories of individuals that have gone through nisim in their daily life, and how HaKadosh Baruch Hu had saved them just because they said thank you. Just because they said thank you. I'll tell you a quick story, which is an incredible story. There was a man who had a filling, a crown, put into his mouth, and it cost him a lot of money. And he was in the ocean and he lost it. He fell out for some reason. And he was so upset, and he was getting all angry and upset and nervous. Oh my gosh, I lost my tooth. What am I going to do? So much money. And then he remembered, he was one of Rusha's students. He would go to Shulim, and Rabbi Rush would say that you have to really be in gratitude, even for the things that Hashem does for us that are challenging. And he started dancing and singing and saying, thank you, Hashem. Thank you for losing my tooth. I appreciate it. I know there's something good in this. I know whatever it is, Hashem, I know it's for my good. And his friend thought he lost his mind. Like, what is wrong with you? Why are you, constantly, what happened to you? Like, shifted, and all of a sudden you're going crazy being in gratitude. So he ends up thanking Hashem. He's like, this is what Rabbi Rush said. I have to thank Hashem. I have to recognize the good. Even if I think it's bad, I have to see the good in this, and there must be something good. Comes back to shore, and he actually looks down, and it's quite a while later, and he finds the crown that fell out of his tooth. And that's like absolute miracle, in the middle of the ocean, to be able to lose something and for it to come back to shore. Not so simple. And it was just like, it was from the gratitude that he felt, that he understood that Kadosh Baruch Hu, whatever he does is for the good. And we have to understand and recognize that it's for the good. And we don't always see that it's for the good, but we have to be in that mode. There's another story of a man who got a really fancy car, red, flashy, I don't know if it was a Mercedes, let's say. And, he had this car and they didn't have a lot of money. And after a while, he realized he can't afford this car. This is crazy, like he has to sell this car. And he decided to put it up for sale. And one man came and approached him. Called him and told him he was interested. He said, I want to see the car. And he comes to see the car. And he says, I want to see the engine. I want to see what it looks like. Can we look in the back? And the man says, of course, you can check it out. And he goes behind the car and the owner is with him behind the car. And then he goes inside the car and he drives away with the car. Basically stole the car. Wasn't interested in buying the car. And the man is going crazy. And he's like, oh my gosh, the reason I wanted to sell this car is because we have no money. Now I'm really in a rut. And he's going crazy. He's like ballistic. Oh my gosh, what am I going to do? And he decides, obviously he made a police report and everything. And he goes home and he tells his wife. And he remembers Arush and what he said, that really we don't understand everything, but we have to be in gratitude. Because everything that Hashem does, everything Hashem does is for the good. And he starts thanking Hashem. And his wife thinks he's crazy. Like, what are you doing? What are you thinking, Hashem? We lost all our money. The one thing we had was this car, and we thought we were going to sell it. Now we have nothing. Now, mind you, he thought, even having this car, he was like, it's red, it's flashy. He was chazal b'tshuva. He felt like it was not matim for him to have such a fancy car. And, he said, thank you, Hashem. And he sort of forgot about it. And a couple of weeks later, he gets a phone call from the police department. And they tell him, we found your car. And he's like, what? What are you talking about? He it left his mind because he just decided to zone in and decide that everything is for the good. Whatever Hashem does is for good. Something else is going to happen. Maybe this is the kappa, whatever it was. He's like, what? What are you talking about? He said, yeah, we found your car. He said, but there's, he said, come down. You have to come down and identify it. And I asked him to come down. And he went down to the police department and he sees the car, but it doesn't look like his car. He ends up seeing that it was completely intact, but it was a different color. It was black. So the whole reason he wanted to get rid of this car is a flashy car. It's red. It's not my team. It's, and here they already paint. Not only did he get his car back, but they did a paint job for him. He didn't have to pay money to be able to, change around. Now that he has a little less flashy car, then he's able to keep it. So we see tremendous, tremendous miracles if we just look out in our daily life. And even things that we think are not for the good, that we can try to think that maybe a Kadosh Baruch Hu has something else in mind. And we have to be in gratitude. And of course, we see sometimes open miracles. Over 900 or 1,000 even, I think I heard missiles to be thrown into Eretz Yisrael. And for them to land and not have any casualties, it's like Nisei Nisim. And we have to be in tremendous gratitude to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. And there was somebody who put out that today we're going to be in gratitude. We're going to say Mizmor to that together. And I said, you know what? Let's go. Let's put it out there and let's do it together. And there is going to be a Nishmat Kol Chai group that's going to be starting in Elul. We've been meeting already for a couple of years. Some of the women here are part of that group. And Baruch Hashem, we say every day Nishmat Kol Chai together and Mizmor Todah and a few other Te'ilim. And then we have an amazing speaker. So hopefully B'ezrat Hashem and Elul join us. If you can put in the chat, if you're not part of my group, so you can put your name. I'll also put my information in the chat soon, and you'll be able to email or send me a WhatsApp, and I'll have you join the group so you can, be part of, this amazing, amazing group of women who every single day, 7:55 in the morning in Eastern Standard Time in New York. And here it's in the afternoon, Eretz Yisrael. We try to take our time to just be in gratitude to HaKadosh Baruch Hu for just giving us life. And we have to be so thankful to Hashem. We're holding by after Tisha B'Av. We're in the week of Nechama. We're starting the Sheva de Nechemta, the weeks of Nechama that we read in the Haftorah, that Hashem is comforting us. We were just mourning the destruction of the Beit HaMikdash. For all of you who joined us, it was an incredible program that we spoke together. We shared in each other's pain. And what happens? All of a sudden now, it's over. Of course not. We still have Eretz Yisrael, right? It's dear to our heart. And Baruch Hashem, we have the ability to be in Eretz Yisrael. It's such a zchut to be in Eretz Yisrael. For those who are yearning, who are not here, at least you'll be yearning to be in Eretz Yisrael. And we are now, Baruch Hashem, in a place where HaKadosh Baruch Hu says, yes, there was destruction, but there is nechama, there is hope, there's tikva, that it will be rebuilt, and we still have to be yearning. We still have to be in that yearning. We still have to want it, and show Hashem how much we want it, and ask Hashem to give it back to us, and ask Hashem to end the pain. We don't forget, but we don't stay in the mourning. We don't stay in the sadness. We're besimcha. Ivdu Hashem besimcha, that we know that HaKadosh Baruch Hu, everything He does is for the good. And when we say thank you, we're recognizing that there is a master plan and I don't know about it. And I'm able to bring down tremendous miracles and yeshuot when I go into gratitude. So as we say today, the Nishmat Kol Chai, try to say it, we should try to say it with tremendous kavanah, that Nishmat Kol Chai, my whole entire being, my whole entire neshama, right? Tevarech Hashem Chai Elokeinu, I want to be able to bless you, Hashem, with my entire being. Kol neshama tehalelka, my whole soul, my whole being should be able to be in gratitude and understand that it's really not something we should take for granted. We have a tremendous koach that we are able to be. We're Yehudim. Our whole essence is to be modeh, to be in gratitude. Modeh ani lefanecha, we say every single day in our whole essence, our name. We're not called Shimoni, Reuveni, we're called Yehudim. Apam odet Hashem le'ased. Now I will thank Hashem after she had her third child and she was blessed with more than her share, her fourth child, Yehudah, she said this. And that's what we're called, that's what we're named after. So let's be in that mode. Let's try to change and shift our focus. And when something happens, instead of saying, why did that have to happen? I wish this, I wish that. Try to shift your mode and say, thank you, Hashem. I don't know why this happened, but I want to thank you, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, because you are the Kol Yachol, and you're able to understand. You know everything. I don't know anything, Hashem. And you'll see when you shift your focus to be in gratitude and to be able to appreciate the things that HaKadosh Baruch Hu does for you, you'll see even more opportunities to thank Him. You'll have more things happening to you. I remember I once lost my glove, in the middle of New York. You lose your glove, you could forget about it. You're not finding it. But I remember I was going to the meter to put quarters in the meter. Baruch Hashem, I have to do that here in Eretz Yisrael. Everything is apps now, but Baruch Hashem, there's a lot more parking here. But anyways, I would go to the meter and I remember putting money into the meter, and I was like, I think I lost it there. But it was already either a day or two later. I'm like, there's no way it's still there. But when I first remembered, I said, Hashem, thank you, Hashem. Ezrat Hashem, if I'm supposed to lose it, I lost it. But if not, thank you, Hashem, that I should find it. I just said, Mizmor todah. And I went, and the whole time I'm driving to the same location where I thought that I'd left it. Mind you, it's not the same day. There's no way it would have been there. Oh, Hashem. I found it. It was there. It's like, what's the chances of that? But that's all because our perspective, when we understand that we're not in charge and we relinquish that control, and we're able to see that there's good, and even the things that are difficult and challenging for us, then HaKadosh Baruch Hu gives us more opportunities to be able to see the good and be able to thank Him. So when you shift your focus and you're in gratitude mode, you'll see that more things are going to come up where you'll have the opportunity to thank Him even more. And there's so many stories I could share with you. We had a gathering of Thank You Hashem, and it had women sharing a story. There's one woman who lost her passport. And something that's really difficult to replace. She had to make an appointment. It was a whole story. And we had this gratitude party, and she's like, I don't know if this is going to work. You're saying it works. I'm going to just say, thank you, Hashem, that I lost my passport. And lo and behold, she sends me a text maybe a week or two later, after going to the office and not having the right forms and whatever. Her friend calls her and tells her that she found her passport in the car where she went with her friend to help do a chesed, to help somebody in their house. She wasn't even meant to be in that car. And her friend's daughter found it, and she said, I think this is yours, right? And she didn't have to make a new passport, and she was just flying, I think, that week or whatever it was. But because she was in gratitude, HaKadosh Baruch Hu gave her the opportunity of finding it. So I welcome you to join my group, my Thank You Hashem group, and become women of gratitude. And Bezrat Hashem, to join us in Nishmat Kol Chai as we start again in Elul, just in a few weeks from now. If you join my group, I'll be posting the links and the flyers that are going to be shared from Naomi Greenberg, who's in charge of the Nishmat Kol Chai program. That she set this up, and Baruch Hashem, it's going on for a while with amazing women, amazing inspiration. For now, we are going to join together in Mizmor Todah. Yeah, I'm going to put my information in the chat if you don't have my number. You probably do if you came on here today, but I'm going to put it on. And please feel free to reach out to me. And to share many good things together again. I also give a weekly share. I'm going to be starting a series, Bezrat Hashem and Elul. I do give, I live in Israel, I live in Ramat Beit Shemesh, if anybody wants to join. Right now we're doing a Parsha, and if there's something coming up, we talk about that. And Bezrat Hashem and Elul, it's going to be something concentrated on, probably something with Tshuva. So please join me. I'm going to share the screen. I'm going to say Nishmat Kol Chai together. The book I just mentioned is called Say Thank You and See Miracles. It's by Rav Arush. Amalti Todah v'noshati. You could probably get it online or any Judaica. Incredible book. Just accounts of stories. He also has a book of The Garden of Gratitude, which is also amazing. Okay, let me see. Let's bring this up. Give me 1 second. Okay. You should be seeing it on the screen in a minute. Okay, you see it? Okay, we're going to say Nishmat Kol Chai together. Let's have in mind, thank you Hashem for the tremendous miracles that you perform for us every day, and especially for the miracles that happen in Eretz Yisrael. Thank you, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, that we were zocheh to see open and revealed miracles. May we continue to see open and revealed miracles in our lives every single day. Nishmat Kol Chai tevarech et shimcha Adonai Elohinu. ורוח כל בשר תפאר ותרומם זכרך מלכנו תמיד. מן העולם ועד העולם אתה אל, ומבלעדיך אין לנו מלך גואל ומושיע, פודה ומציל ועונה ומרחם בכל עת צרה וצוקה. אין לנו מלך עוזר וסומך אלא אתה, אלוהי הראשונים והאחרונים, אלוהה כל בריות, אדון כל צורדות, המעולה בכל התשבחות, המנהג עולמו בחסד גדולותיו ברחמים, ואדוני אלוהים אמת. לא ינום ולא ישן, המאור הישנים, מקיץ נרדמים, מחיה מתים, ורופא חולים, פוקח עיוורים וזוקף כפופיל, המסיח אילמים, מפענח נעלמים, ולך לבדך אנחנו מודים. ואילו פינו מלא שירה קיים אשרנו, עינה כהמון גליו, ושפתותינו שבח כמרחב ורקיע, ועינינו מהירות כשמש וכירח. וידינו פרוסות כנשרי שמיים, ועודרינו קלות כאיילות. אין אנחנו מספיקים להודות לך, אדוני, אלוהינו, ולברך את שמך מלכנו על אחת מאלף אלפי אלפים, ורוב ריבי רבבות פעמים הטובות, ניסים ונפלאות שעשית עמנו ועם אבותינו. מלפנים ממצרים גאלתנו, אדוני אלוהינו, מבית הבתים פדיתנו, ברב זרתנו, ובסובה קלקתנו, מחרב הצלתנו, מלאכתנו, וחולאים רעים ורבים דיליתנו. עד הנה עזרונו רחמך ולא עזבונו חסדיך. על כן איברים שפילגת בנו ברוח הנשמה שלפחת באפינו, ולשון אשר שמת בפינו, הם יודו ויברכו וישבחו ויפארו את שמך מלכנו תמיד, כי כל פה לך יודע ולכל לשון לך תשבח, וכל עין לך תצפה, וכל ברך לך תכרע. וכל קומה לפניך תשתחווה, והלבבות יראוך, והקרב והכליות יזמרו בשמך. כדבר שנאמר, כל עצמותיי תאמרנה, אדוני מי כמוך, מציל אני וחזק ממנו, ואני ואביון מגוזלו, שבת עניים אתה תשמע, צעקת הדל תקשיב ותושיע, וכתוב רלנו צדיקים באדוני לישרים לאהבת תהילה. לפי ישרים תתרומם, ובשפתי צדיקים תתברך, ולשון חסידים תתקדש, ובקרב קדושים תתהלל. במקהלות רבבות עמך בית ישראל, שכן חובת כל היצורים. לפניך אדוני אלוהינו ואלוהי אבותינו להודות, להלל, לשבח, לפאר, לרומם, להדר ולנצח. על כל דברי שירות ותשבחות דוד בן ישי עבדך משיחך. ובכן ישתבח שמך לעד מלכנו, האל המלך הגדול והקדוש בשמיים ובארץ. כי לך נאה אדוני אלוהינו ואלוהי אבותינו לעולם ועד. שיר ושבחה, הלל וזמרה, עוז וממשלה, נצח, גדולה, גבורה, תהילה ותפארת, קדושה ומלכות, ברכות והודאות לשמך הגדול והקדוש. ומעולם ועד עולם אתה אל, ברוך, אתה, מלך גדול ומעולל בתשבחות. אין לה הודעות, אדון נפלאות, בורא כל הנשמות, ריבון כל המעשים הבוחר, בשירי זמרה, מלך חיי העולמים. Okay, we're going to say now Mizmor לתודה. We have it here also. Okay, let's say Mizmor לתודה, ladies, with tremendous kavanah and thanks to Hashem. If there's something personal that you want to share, you can tell us also. We can also have you in mind and really try to think of all the reasons. There's so many things that we should be grateful to HaKadosh Baruch Hu for. There are over 1,000 missiles. That's a tremendous thing that we are, Baruch Hashem, safe and Hashem protects us. It's not the Iron Dome. It's not the Chayalim. It's not, anything we hear about in the news. It's HaKadosh Baruch Hu b'atzmo b'chvodo. Hashem is protecting us, and we have to really, really recognize that. And as much as, we listen to the news, we really should try to focus more on being in gratitude and just davening to Hashem to protect us and continue to shine His Shekhinah upon us and protect us in everything that we do. Thank you, Hashem, for the opportunity to be able to be in Eretz Yisrael. May we be zoche all to come here, Bezrat Hashem, b'mheira b'yameinu, with the Beit HaMikdash rebuilt. And we're going to thank Hashem in advance for the Geulah. We're coming up to a very special day, Tu B'Av, where we're in tremendous gratitude to Hashem. That's the day that they stopped dying in the Midbar. That's the day that we have Shidduchim. It's a special, special day. I'll be sharing my shiur with you tomorrow. I'm going to talk about it a little bit. Thank you, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, for the zchut of Eretz Yisrael, of being forgiven for all the nisim, of being able to serve you, b'simcha, being able to do your ratzon. And may we be zoche to many, many more miracles every single day. Let's say it together. Mizmor לתודה. Mizmor לתודה. הריעו לאדוני כל הארץ. עבדו את אדוני בשמחה. בואו לפניו ברננה. דעו כי אדוני הוא אלוהים. הוא עשנו. ולא אנחנו עמו וצאן מרעיתו. בואו שעריו בתודה. חצרותיו בתהילה. הודו לו ברכו שמו. טוב אדוני לעולם חסדו. והדור ודור אמונתו. Thank you, Hashem. If anyone want to share anything in terms of gratitude, if you want to unmute yourself, feel free. Maybe somebody has a gratitude story that they want to publicize, have more people know about something when something happens. It's even also after you say thank you and you have a miracle. It's important to publicize it. That's why I started the WhatsApp group for it. Anybody want to share something? You can unmute yourself. Anybody want to share? Okay, I have one more tefillah. See if I can get it up here. For the Geulah, Bezrat Hashem, we should continue to daven for the Geulah. We should continue to yearn for the Geulah. Thank you, Akadosh Baruch Hu, for the Nisei Nisim that you've, given to us. There's such a zchut that we have that we're able to. Bezrat Hashem, we know that we're going to get the Bet HaMikdash. We know it. We know that Akadosh Baruch Hu is going to bring it down very soon. Give me 1 second. Let's have special kavanah. We say this. See if I can bring it closer. Okay, tefillah legeulah. Yehi ratzon milfanecha. Adonai Eloheinu ואלוהי אבותינו, אב הרחמן, שומע תפילה, שתהיה תפילתי רצויה ובאהובה מלפניך, ותתקבל ברצון וברחמים במהרה בימינו. רצנה לגאלנו גאולה שלמה, גאולה בחסד וברחמים גדולים, מלא רחמים. תקום, תרחם ציון, כי עת לחלנה, כי בא מועד. למען שכינתך, למען מקדשך, למען ארצך, למען עמך הרוצה את קרבתך, המייחלים לראות בתפארת עוזך. שמחנו אבינו בישועתך, בישועתנו, ושלח לנו את אליהו הנביא, זכור לטוב, עם משיח בן דוד, נגילה ונשמחה בישועתך, במהרה בימינו, ואני בחסדך בטחתי, יגל ליבי בישועתך, אשיר אל אדוני, כי גמל עליי, יהיו לרצון אמרי פי וגאון ליבי, לפניך, אדוני צורי וגואלי, שבי לעילוי נשמת דוד בן שמעון, השם ינקום דמו. Unfortunately, was lost in, I believe it was a terror attack. May we be zoche bezrat Hashem to see the Geulah Shlema, Sheikh Tzidkenu Barachamim revealed to us, Barachamim Rabim. We should be zoche bezrat Hashem to a personal Geulah. We spoke about that on Tisha B'Av. So many women shared that they were really inspired by the program. I really thank you for joining, and if you spread the word, I really, really want to thank you for that. And Baruch Hashem, we've had probably over 200 views by now. We had over 250 women join that day, if not more, because there were people who went on and off. And it really was a tremendous chizuk for everybody. We were able to share in each other's pain. And that's really what Hashem wants. He wants us to be there for each other. Remember, we spoke about try to take upon yourself one mitzvah, v'ahavta l'reacha kamocha, to try to show Hashem how much you love your fellow Jew. And let's say together now that we, like the Ari Kadosh teaches us, that we're supposed to say every day before our tefillah, we're supposed to say, Hareini, you can repeat after me, Hareini, mekabelet al atzmi, et mitzvat aseh, shel ve'ahavta l'reacha kamocha, ve'hareini ohevet et kol echad mibnei Yisrael kenafshi u'meodi. This is a tefillah saying that we love every single Jew like they're my flesh, like they're part of me, right? The mitzvah, and we're being mekayem mitzvah v'ahavta l'reacha kamocha by saying that. And the reason why we say that in the morning before our tefillah, it's like, how can we go and daven to Hashem and we can't stand our neighbor, or we have this animosity. We have to really connect and be connected and have this feeling of tremendous achdut with one another, because that will bring the achdut of the Geulah. Remember, we said the aleph that's missing in the Golah, in the exile, is the aleph of connection. Let's connect with one another. Let's thank Hashem. Let's be in gratitude. Let's be gratitude sayers. Like, thank you, Hashem, sayers all day long. There's so many things, like little things that could happen throughout the day. And instead of saying, oh, why that happened, I could say, thank you, Hashem. And I know this is for the good. I just don't understand it, but thank you, Hashem. And Bezrat Hashem, we'll see more and more miracles in our daily life. Thank you for coming today. Thank you for being here. If anybody wants to unmute themselves and say something before I sign off. Have an amazing day. Happy Tu B'Av. And B'ezrat Hashem, we should be zochet to smachot, yeshuot, nechamot, and ad biad gol tzedek, Mashiach tzidkenu b'rachamim rabim, amen.
Just to say toda rabah.
Yes.
Karen, thank you.